morning, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I'm obviously in the house. It's a little crappy out, so I'm probably going to, do the video inside for today, unfortunately. But beside the point, I wanted to say I hope all you guys are having a fantastic morning. I hope you're happy. I hope you're just excited for the weekend and excited for new opportunities in your life. Today, I wanted to kind of talk about taking responsibility for yourself and just taking responsibility for everything that you do in your life and understanding when you went wrong and when to apologize, when to accept that, listen, it's on you and you have to make up for your mistakes. And what do I mean by that? Let's elaborate a little bit. And um, what I mean is pretty much this. At the end of the day, a lot of people in life, they don't know how to take responsibility for themselves or the things that they do, their actions, whether it be them, saying something to somebody or approaching a situation in a very apprehensive way and not owning up to their mistake and realizing, hey, that's not how you handle something. Um, Ranging from just not taking responsibility for, say you made a promise to yourself, you made a promise to go to the gym every day and you decide to go one day and then you don't go at all. It's just like that. It ranges from anywhere from that to, bad comments or apprehensive conversations or arguments, whatever the case may be. The point here is that you have to be responsible for yourself, right? um One thing that we all understand is that we everything that we put out into the world, everything that we say, we do, has consequences, right? And if you're not willing to take those consequences, if you're not willing to own up to it, you're never going to grow. You're never going to be better. You're never going to be better than the person you were the day before. And you're only going to keep replaying that same attitude, that same mind frame every day for the rest of your life if you can't own up to the person that you are and take responsibility for who you are. And if you're going to make promises to yourself, if you're going to make promises to other people, own up to those promises. The worst thing that could come from this is you turn out to be that person who says shit but doesn't do it. And we don't want to be those people. We want to be those people who grow, who get better, who stick by their word. And when they make a promise, they stick to that promise, especially when it comes to themselves. Because a lot of people don't do that. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people sometimes where I make a promise to myself and I fuck myself over. I can make a promise to pretty much everybody else, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I've made a promise and went back on it. I've made my mistakes, and we all do because we're all humans. But every day you get better, and every day you learn from it. Beside the point, I just want to say that at the end of the day, like, you have to understand that what you're going to do, what you're going to say, what you're going to put out there is all coming from you. And if you can step up to the plate and understand that what you're saying could go in either direction, it could go bad or it could go good, and you're willing to own up to that responsibility, you're willing to own up to the promises you made to yourself, the promises you made to other people, if you're willing to do those things, then there's no reason you're not going to be successful in this world or in this life. Um, it's just very hard and it's difficult. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a walk in the park. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that by tomorrow you're going to be the most responsible person in the world. Responsibility takes time. It takes growth. It takes experiences. It just takes a lot of effort in your life. And if you're willing to put that effort in for everything that it's going to give you, because it's not going to be easy, like I just said, it's going to throw a lot of challenges at you, a lot of disputes, and you have to be able to handle it. You have to be able to own up to it. And you'll know when those occasions are there. You'll know when you have to rise to that occasion because it'll be present. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in the pit of your stomach. And the reason why I know that is because that's how I feel every day now. If I fuck up or if I make a mistake or if I say something, I backtrack. And if the feeling in my stomach tells me that I did something wrong, then I try my best to take responsibility for what I did wrong. Because I realize that if I can mend the mistakes I make here, if I can be better here, that can translate to my future. That can translate to my life. That can translate to me just being better. And I want to be better. And I also want all of you to be better with me. But that comes with understanding that it's not going to be an easy road. It's not going to be an easy path. It never was, and it never will be. And I had that thought the other day. I was home, and I had like kind of like, you know, a moment of where I was just in my head thinking, and I realized that at the end of the day, I have to understand that this is going to be very difficult. This is not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. I'm going to get pushed down a couple of times. I'm going to have certain things in my life, certain adversities come to me and throw me off course. But I have to be willing to pick myself back up and get back on course and put my best foot forward. And that's what I'm doing. And I'll be completely honest with you guys. I've been struggling with getting better at my job, getting up to a new heights, new levels. And it's mostly just because of small hiccups, things that obviously mistakes I've made in the past, but obviously I've corrected them now, and they, kind of came back, and they kind of, best way is I got my consequences is the best way to put it. And I owned up to it. I am owning up to it, but I'm not letting it throw me off. I had a situation that I got annoyed and angry with somebody who worked there. And at first I made a mistake. I realized I made a mistake. But the only thing that I realized from that mistake was that at the end of the day, I shouldn't have raised my voice or gotten frustrated with somebody. I shouldn't have done that. But the only situation that I do realize I was right in, and again, I'm taking responsibility for my behavior because I understand that that's a whole nother situation. And I shouldn't have raised my voice. I shouldn't have gotten frustrated. And frankly, I should have just stayed very, very level-headed. I own up to that. But the rest of it, I realized I was in the right for being frustrated because at the end of the day, for me, I've been going in circles with my job. I've been trying to become, a driver or whatever you guys, a driver for the longest time. And obviously I'm going through some tough adversities, some challenges, but I'm pushing through and I'm putting my best foot forward. When I got the bad news, obviously that I didn't get it, or that a challenge presented itself, an obstacle and presented itself in front of me, obviously I was frustrated. I was upset. And I realized that I could go and apologize to the person that I got mad at. But the only reason I'm not apologizing, and this is me personally, just after some thinking and some clarity and, having conversations with people who are very like-minded, and, they're going to tell me when I'm wrong, and they're going to tell me when I'm not wrong. And they all didn't really say that. They all believe I was all in the right for what I felt, the frustration, the aggravation. I still own up to the idea of me getting frustrated. I should have never done that, and that's on me, and all I can do is fix that mistake. But I don't think it's necessary for me to apologize to somebody, in my opinion, who has been kind of pushing me in another direction or pushing me in this direction or that direction. And that's how it's been at my job. It's been like that for a year now. And I again, with all due respect to them, I think I'm in all the right to be frustrated. And this goes to anybody, guys. Like, another thing in life too that comes with responsibility is also realizing that, even in that responsibility, you do have to look at the situation, because sometimes the situation is not all your fault. If you can own up to the responsibility, if you can pick apart the situation and see, all right, maybe I shouldn't have done this, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And maybe if you're not sure if you're right or wrong, get some clarity from somebody who's going to be straight with you, who's going to be real with you. And if they say you're wrong, then you make up for that mistake. You mend those wounds. You fix it. You put your best foot forward and you go forward. If you don't, then you work around it. You figure a different way out. There's always another way. You can't let anybody stop you from getting to your dreams just because they want to have a power trip, or they want to they want to play the pity party. Let them, okay? You have to do whatever you need to do to get to the top. And if it does come down to it, in my opinion, If you need to apologize to the person, apologize to the person. Do what you need to do to get to where you need to get, because at the end of the day, you can't let little pity parties, and this goes for myself too, okay? Because even in this situation, if I have to apologize to that person, I'll do it, because at the end of the day, I'm content that I want to get to the future. I want to move forward, and I'll do whatever I need to do that, because I'm not a child. I'm an adult, and I know how to handle the situation and handle the situation the right way. But all I'm saying is, if there's other ways, if there's another way that you feel like you can get past it or get past the situation, go for it. Don't let nobody stop you. Because again, in my opinion, you don't owe anybody anything. Nothing. Especially if there's somebody at your job who's trying to hold you back. Don't worry about it. Because if they can't particularly hold you back, if that's not what power they possess, don't worry about it. Find your own way around it. Work your way around it. Work harder to get to where you need to get. Do whatever you need to do, or apologize to the person, is what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, the whole point of this whole conversation is own up to your responsibilities in whatever situation it is. And if you did really mess up and, you got apprehensive like I did, apologize. If you really feel like that's what you need to do what you need to do, is what I'm trying to say. Do what's the right thing, is the best way to put it. Don't do what's the wrong thing, or whatever you want to say. But that's how I feel. And I just wanted to put that out there. I wanted to be honest with you guys, because I'm not going to dance around my situation, and I'm not going to sit here and be fake or anything like that. I'm going to tell you how I feel, how I handle the situation, and what I know I feel, or how I feel that I can fix the situation in certain places. And obviously how I feel in certain situations that I don't need to apologize. But that's me. And I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm not saying that that's always going to be the circumstance. I'm not saying that's what you should do. Because just because that's what I do, that doesn't mean you should do it. I'm only doing that, and I'm only being honest about the situation. Because 10 times out of 10, I would apologize. I would move forward with the situation. But just speaking in terms of, I care about myself, I know my self-worth, and I know when I did something wrong and when I didn't do something wrong, because I'm a good person, I'm not a bad person. I respect myself enough to look at the situation and say, why do I need to apologize to somebody who's messed me up or messed my situation up? There's no reason for that. So my situation is different. I'm not going to say that's going to be everybody's situation. But all I'm saying is, be responsible. Take responsibility for yourself. And don't let anything stop you. You can't. Because you don't know what's going to happen today, tomorrow, the next day. If you need to take a risk, if you need to make a leap, if you need to quit that job you don't like to get to where you need to get, if that's what you feel is going to make you succeed or move forward, because you feel like that particular position is holding you back, then take responsibility for your dreams and yourself, and respect yourself enough to say, hey, listen, I deserve more, and I will get more. And if you got to take that leap, make it, because you can do it. Don't be, it's going to be scary, it's going to be uncomfortable, but don't be, because I promise you, you will make it through it. Everybody, there's so many people in this day and age who have done things like that and have succeeded beyond belief. But it all comes with work, effort, being patient, and being responsible for your situation and the environment around you. That's all it is. But don't let anything stop you, because you all deserve to flourish. You all deserve to be the best you can be. So that's going to do it for today's conversation. I hope you guys run with that advice, take it whatever you want, or use it however you want, rather. I appreciate you guys viewing and subscribing, and I'll see you next week, all right? Hopefully. Let's see. Hopefully it's better weather. Hopefully I can actually be outside, because I hate being inside, if I'm being honest with you. I love the summer. I love the freaking warm weather. So I'm going to be outside a lot this summer. So there'll be more of me out there. Beside the point, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you next Thursday. If you want to go look at my Instagram accounts, or subscribe to them, or look at them for different clips, different videos, go follow NikkiX1997. And if you want to follow my other one, Mental Health 7018, go for it. Otherwise, have a great day, have a great weekend, and peace out, guys. I love all y'all. Let's see if this clicker works. Hopefully it does. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Let's see. Peace out, guys. Love all.